Hello my ghouls and ghoulies, and welcome back once again to the channel. My name is Dorian Blackleg, your humble master of ceremonies, and today we are gonna be playing Dead State, the reanimated version. Now this is a pretty old game, it's from 2015. It's a turn-based combat zombie game with survival and base building aspects. Now, I've sunk a good number of hours years ago, about 70 or so, says GOG, but I've never actually finished the game. So I wanted to give it another try after a good number of years and hopefully finish it this time. And if by any chance some of you haven't seen the game, you can see how it is. So let's start a new game. I'm gonna be playing on normal mode. And I had a bit of trouble with the game because when I did the tutorial, the game would crash. Now I've changed a few things, mainly put it on compatibility mode for Windows 8 and run it as a administrator. Then I put I'll show you on the options, but I had created a character right here, and I don't think I have to change anything. Now, her name is going to be Scarlett Blair. It's a character that I was using on one of my Zomboid playthroughs. And when it came to the body, the one that seemed the most similar to the picture was this one. At least when it comes to the hair. The clothes, I'm not sure if eventually you can find clothes and change that. I'm hoping that you can, but I'm not sure. And if not, then we'll be running our Adidas tracksuit pants over here. But that's totally fine. So let's give our girl her name. Scarlett Blair. And then we'll create a custom character. Now you can have a max of 10 points in any given attribute, but I kind of like to have a more or less balanced type of character. I guess apprentice of everything and master of none, how bards will be in Dungeons and Dragons. Now I would like for her to be average in agility and average in perception, not too strong when it comes to health and not too strong physically. I would like for her to know how to shoot. In fact, she spent some time in the shooting range, so she knows more or less how to use a gun. We are gonna go every time you get to one of these little circles, you can select a perk to improve your character. In this case, we are going to take Headshot. The player gains an additional 10% critical hit chance on undead with ranged weapons. Or you could take this one, that is a 5% against humans. Now, I don't think I'm going to find that many humans. I know there are some, but I didn't get too far into the game to know if eventually you're going to find more humans than undead. I think you aren't, since this is the undead apocalypse after all. She knows her way around cars and mechanics. She's going to be efficient, so you know how to construct more with less. Shelter upgrades require 10% less parts to complete. I like that idea, making more with less, because I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a finite number of items that you can find. Then I will like for her to be good at negotiating. She knows how to get around people, and we're gonna select the perk Likeable. The player's personality lifts the spirits of their fellows, earning an additional 5 morale per day. Now, I don't know how difficult morale was, but I like to have my companions, I guess, and in good spirits. Because I think as much morale as we can have in the zombie apocalypse will be best. She knows how to use a melee weapon. She's by no means an expert, but she knows how to use it, and she knows a little bit about leadership. She doesn't like to be leading others, but she knows a little bit of it. She doesn't know anything about when it comes to medical. She doesn't know anything about science, and if you put her in the middle of a forest, she will not know how to survive. But this is what we are running with, and this is our girl, Scarlett Blair. And without further ado, let's jump right into it. Let us beware of saying that death is the opposite of life. The living being is only a species of the dead, and a very rare species. Friedrich Nietzsche. You'd counted yourself lucky to have gotten on the plane. There had been rumors of some kind of pandemic rapidly spreading across the world, and people had been starting to get nervous. Flights were getting overbooked, delayed repeatedly, or outright cancelled. But you were in the air, buckled safely in your seat, enduring some light turbulence as you idly watched a newscast on the current world crisis, when you heard a commotion from the front. Someone had staggered on the plane. You heard them struggling with their luggage and that wet, hacking cough for most of the flight. After the cough stopped, something started to happen up front. You heard a flight attendant scream and utter chaos break out in the front. People jumped out of their seats to try to help, but it only seemed to cause the situation to get worse. There was screaming, yelling for help, and the distant sound of someone banging on the cockpit. Then the horrible feeling of your stomach dropping as the plane tilted downwards. The scattered thoughts that accompany a fear of death. An awful cacophony of metal and earth twisting around each other filled your ears. And then there was only darkness and fire. We are alive. We can't say the same about many of the other passengers in the plane. Hello? Is anyone alive in there? This is Sheriff Reinhardt of Splendid PD. If you can hear me, follow my voice. You think the voice is coming from near the tail of the wreck. We need to find some kind of weapon. We are trying to put out the fire. We are trying to put the fire out to get to you. Keep following my voice. Look for something to defend yourself with, and whatever you do, stay away from the other passengers. You look around for a weapon. It's a baseball bat. Best weapon in the apocalypse. or the one most commonly sought after. So it has a weapon effect of 15% knockback and 30% DC. It's a 200 weapon class. And now that we are armed, we can keep on moving along. Those seem to be chewing one unfortunate, I wanted to say survivor, but he is obviously dead. But luckily for us, they are not focusing on us. Can you still hear me? If you have to defend yourself, hit them before they grab you. Whatever you do, don't let them bite you. You're getting closer to the voice. Now, I don't know if you can actually sneak. Or click the exclamation button at the bottom of the screen to start combat. Alright. Let's get... Alright, so as usual in any game with turn-based combat, you have your action points. Attacking with the baseball bat is gonna cost us 4 action points, and if we attack from the side or from the back, our chances of hitting the enemy will increase. Now we have an 80% chance to hit and a 10% critical chance. If we go to the side, we got a 10% chance extra to actually landing a hit. We missed. Wow. First second playing XCOM, 90% miss. You don't have enough action points. Wow, okay. Well, thankfully it didn't attack. We have killed the creature. Keep on following the voice. We've got the fire out down here, but the fire's out of control back there. It's going to explode. Run! You're almost there. If you click twice, you can run. You've made it. You're safe now. We are going to get you help. Now, hopefully, if I have actually fixed the game, it shouldn't crash after this point. Hey, you okay? Hey, stay with me. Vic, help me carry. The voices fade, and you pass out from your wounds. You wake up to the sound of people arguing. Your body is stiff, and you can smell the unmistakable scent of rubbing alcohol. You feel like you've been sleeping off a horrible fever. The last thing you remember is the plane going down. Food? Who cares about food when we've got a huge hole in that fence? If we don't fix it, they're going to walk right in here. I know, Mom, but who's going to risk going out there? You? Me? Joel? I suppose I should be the one to go, being the cop and all. Kinda be nice if someone was watching my back. Not my Rainy. Or Rennie. I guess Rennie. That's for them, sure. Let's not panic yet, alright? Hello? She's up. Easy. I realize you have no idea where you are right now. You are safe. You're in the basement of a school. I'm Davis. This is Anita. You should thank your lucky stars that my daughter was here. Mom. That's Rini, Anita's daughter. Hi. Good to see you. You are up finally. Behind her is Eleni. She's still recovering. And that's Joel. That's me. I'm Joel. Officer Joel. I guess technically I'd be Officer Oswald, but you can call me Joel. Heck, any of those will do. Okay, nice to meet you all. Now, can someone tell me what's happening? Do you remember the plane crash? So there's an option for more. Was my girlfriend? Was my boyfriend? Not really. I can't remember much of anything. Yes, was my boyfriend. I don't know how to tell you this. What are you saying? I'm sorry. There were only a few survivors between the wreckage and the... Well, it was amazing that we were able to find anyone alive out there. No, no, this can't be happening. You poor thing. I'm deeply sorry for your loss, but I'm afraid there's some other things you have to be made aware of. You are in Texas, Central Texas, a town called Splendid. You are in the basement of the local school. Texas? Oh, shit. I'm sorry to tell you, but you're pretty much stuck here. We all are. But don't worry, we have food, facilities, a generator, and it's secure. Secure? What does that mean? I don't think you understand. Outside, it's not safe anymore. Everything's changed. You were on the last flight before they grounded the planes. They were trying to control the spread of a pandemic. It didn't work. Martial law was declared, shelters were opened, people were evacuated. Those that stayed behind, like me and the whole Splendid police department, all three of us, we were just trying to get the last few people out of the area when your plane went down. Most of them were already... You see, the real danger out there right now is there are things out there. Now's not the time. I agree. Look, this is a lot to take in. Why don't you come talk to me when you're ready? And again, I'm sorry for your loss. The others go back to talking privately. So seems like you survived after all, and you're not alone. Feel free to explore your surroundings, then speak with Davies to continue. Left clicking on a non-hostile person will interact with them. Okay. I'm gonna have to keep reading some of the tutorial because I honestly don't remember much about the game, but there's a... Can I take everything? Will this take everything? Or... Okay, this will take everything. 50.50, but how... Actually, don't 25. I don't remember if I need to have these things with me. Probably a medical satchel is gonna be useful to put... Can I put stuff inside? A roll of bandages just enough to cover a wound used in the medical satchel and counts as a single charge per bandage. So how do you... While you are stocking up on supplies, here are some key things to keep in mind about looting. Pay attention to the weight listed on the looting character. That's the amount of weight they are already carrying. Each character has a maximum amount of weight they are able to carry. And once they are at their maximum, they won't be able to add any more. Alright? On the bottom of the looting character's clipboard are tags to separate their inventory by items. Weapons used to attack, ammo, medical, armor, food, fuel, and parts to keep the shelter stocked, and unique items for goals or asked for by certain characters. So I suppose these are parts. We can probably leave them here. I don't think I'm gonna need a toothbrush. Candles, don't think I'm gonna need that either, but a couple of weapons definitely need. For goals or asked for by certain characters. Once you've gotten everything you need, remember to equip yourself properly. Close the loot screen and open up your inventory. Alright, perfect. So how much can we actually carry? We can carry 70. We have a total of 2250. I think I'm gonna feel safer if I use a pipe wrench. Is there anything else that I can get around here? Doesn't seem like I can... Yeah, I guess that's everything that I could get, and then we'll have to make a decision. Can I talk to the others before Davis? I'll let Davis tell you about what's happening. Alright, whatever. Think you're up to talking about our situation now? Sure. Good. I'll get the others. Davis motions to Anita. What I'm about to tell you, it's going to be difficult to believe. In fact, it's hard to accept even when you've seen it with your own eyes. I'll say. I don't know if anything can shock me anymore. I'm not an idiot. Well, I don't know if anything can shock me anymore. Let me explain. The illness that was going around, it doesn't just kill or make people lose their mind. It might not even be a virus. It's the end of the world. Mom, we don't know that. Please, just tell me. The dead are coming back to life. Not all of them, but people that are bit or killed by them. They seek out and attack the living. From what we know, it's not just here, it's everywhere, all around the world. Come on, this is some sort of reality TV stand, or this is some kind of apocalypse cult, is that it? Long faces. You're serious? I'm afraid so. Well, what do we do? We don't know how long we are going to be here for. The basement isn't really a long-term solution. We've got enough food to last us another week or so, but we are going to need to secure the entire school. Wait, are there dead people upstairs? Is that what you mean by secure? Not yet. The fence around the school was being refinished when the school was evacuated. There's whole sections missing, which I've seen what's out there. We are not safe if those things find out we are inside. If we want to move into the school upstairs, we are going to have to finish that fence. It's not completely down. With the proper supplies, we could fix it in a day. Can't get very far. We drained the fuel in the cars to power the generator. There's a hardware store over in Lano? It's a bit of a walk, but it's our best bet. You're going to want to bring back a toolbox and as many spare parts as you can. Getting that fence up is our only option. I know this is a lot to ask, especially given all you've been through, but we really don't have a choice. Wait, just the two of us? There's a strength in numbers. Someone else has to come. We're going to need someone to stay here and help me secure the windows and doors upstairs, but I can't volunteer anyone else. Don't even think about taking my Rini. There's no way I'm letting my little girl go out there. Mom, please. I can take care of myself. What if someone gets hurt? I'm the only one here with any medical training. Well, if she is a medic, she's coming. Take me if you have to. I don't want to have to fight. But you don't drive a big rig for 10 years without learning how to bust some heads. Oh no, you don't, ma'am. If anything happened to you. Look, y'all knows how to shoot. I can't handle myself with a weapon. I need a medic. So Rainy is coming. If anything happens to her, I'm holding you personally responsible, understand? Okay, it's decided. You three go to the hardware store in Lano and get a toolbox and all the parts that you can carry. We'll secure the school's first floor while you are gone. Alright. You all better not get me killed. Is there anything before I actually leave this place? Can't believe what's happening. Dead people. I did have to kill one of them. Right outside the plane. Set the generator. Turning off the automatic setting will immediately prevent upgrades that rely on electricity from running. Alright. Don't remember how things work, but the man is alive but unconscious. Just gonna have a... Was there a setting to... Normally these games have a button that you can just press to see what you can actually interact with. Basement shelf. The thing is that I don't remember. I believe you didn't have to carry things with you, but I'm not sure if you have to place them in the shelf. Survivor's bag. I think you might have. Sounds dangerous out there. I should check that bag for a weapon. Oh, I do have a weapon. Yeah, I think maybe you had to place things in the... shelf. So let's actually do that. And I'll leave the... I'll leave the gas. Well, actually, I'll... Can I just... Oh, there we go. There's a faster way to do this. There we go. Then I'll take one weapon. Okay, you're gonna... Oh my god. You're gonna have to bear with me 1 second while I... okay. While I find out how to work the menu. 1 second. There we go. Not sure if I'm gonna need food. If the place is near, I don't think I'll need anything. And I'm not sure what weapons are... Joel and Rennie, or Rene, I'm actually not sure how to pronounce her name. This is the first floor of the shelter, otherwise known as Splendid General School. You've got some items on you that are best left here before you go. Head to the room with the shelves immediately to your left and click on the shelving labeled Shelter Storage. Ah, did I have to leave it there? Is this a shelter storage as well? No, this is basement shelf. Well, I guess at least I learned how to work the menu. And if anybody's watching, then plenty of storage space in that room next to their basement. If any of you is watching and you haven't tried the game yet, this can save you some time. keep that. Yeah, I think this is how we're gonna go. Two weapons, a couple of bandages, can of soup just in case that we need it, and then the medical satchel that I'm not sure. Oh, there we go. I'll have two weapons for now. So this is the shelter storage screen, a variation on the loot screen, and is used for placing items in the shelter for later use. Since Dead State does not use food items to restore health, you won't be needing any food items outside the shelter. Oh, okay. The same goes for fuel, parts, and luxury items. Select all your non-equipped items, then use the left-right arrow to transfer them into the shelter storage. Perfect, so I do not need the soup then. Once they are there, press the stock button to save them in the shelter's permanent supplies for later use. Don't panic at them not appearing. They're still counted in your shelter supplies. That should clear up some weight and inventory space. Close the shelter. Alright. After you drop off some items in storage, it's a good idea to check out your goals. Hit G to open up the goal list. So my mood is excuse me, my mood is okay. Elaine is unhappy, Rennie is content, Joel is happy, Anita is content, and Davis is happy. And we need to collect these things. The goal list is the way that experience is gained in the world of Dead State. Instead of killing, you have objectives to focus on to explore the world and help keep yourself and your allies alive. At the top of the goal list, you'll see what are known as recurring goals. These measure the amount of key items you've brought back and stock at the shelter, and are consistent throughout the game. Below that, you'll see a one-time objective to fix the shelter fence. This objective will remain active until it's completed, at which point it will drop into the completed section. Each time you complete a goal, you'll be rewarded a certain amount of skill points, and after 20 skill points, you'll get a stat point. In order to spend this, simply open up your character screen with C and click to distribute them. Alright. On the bottom right, you'll see two buttons, statistics and to-do. Statistics is purely informational and for your own amusement. It tracks things like miles traveled, food recovered, and so on. The to-do list covers things that your allies have asked you to accomplish. If you look on it, you'll see the fence task listed. The fence... Can't see it. But okay. While you won't gain any skill points for completing items on the to-do list, doing so can often accomplish important things like boosting ally mood, unlocking helpful loot, and sometimes prevent the death or loss of an ally. At the bottom right, you'll see two buttons. Oh, here we go. Statistics. And then the to-do list. All right. Now I got it. That's it for goals at the moment. Simply press G again to close the screen. Perfect. So this should be everything that we got from here, and I will assume that we are leaving soon. There's nothing around here. School locker. Oh, nice. Taking all that. Is this a weapon? Promotes morale. Stock at the shelter. Okay. So I guess we are gonna have a very quick look. Just to see if there's anything left that we can get from here. Paint set, toothpaste, and some clothes. Everything to stack up on morale. Nothing else here. It's the gym. Nothing in the gym. Maybe there's something else in the lockers here. Yeah, there's plenty of stuff. Plenty of things. But that's it for the toilets. Let's have another quick look at the lockers. It doesn't seem like there's anything else around there. What about this locker? Cigarettes. You can't smoke, can you? In the apocalypse, these are gold. A lot of people have taken the habit up as of late. Luxury item promotes morale, stock up at the shelter. Okay. School lab needs some work. Yeah, probably have seen better days. School wood shop. And and a pretty lousy one at that. Well, she certainly has the attitude that more or less I was thinking for her. So nothing around here. Library? A library. I wonder if any of those computers work. Doesn't seem like I can work them. I actually need to... I didn't think about it, but I should look into what year the game is based, since Project Zomboid is based in 1993. Nothing else around here, nothing else here. There, oh, soda machines. Yeah, all the food that I can get, perfect. Try to do this a little bit quick so we don't spend all the video inside the school collecting things. What is it, Scarlett? Is there anything you think would make things better or no, we have a clear goal right now. Is there anything you like? Actually, yeah, is there anything you'd like me to look for out in the field? My drinking days have passed me, thank the Lord, but I still count chocolate as a vice. Alexander spoiled me something awful with some fancy truffles when he was alive, and since his passing, they've always brought up some fond memories of him. Aside from that, well, deodorant, if you can find it. When you're out on the road, you don't exactly get a lot of time to shower. I'd be embarrassed to tell you how much I counted on that stuff to make me feel like I could be seen in public during a long trip. Alright, I wanted to ask you something else. I had some questions for you. I'll answer what I can. Why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself? I'm a big rig driver, heavy transport. I took it up shortly after Renee's father died. I hated to leave her, but I needed to support the family. But you know how it goes. I was on the road when I heard about how bad things were getting, and all I could think about was my daughter. I hightailed it to Baton Rouge to pick up I'm gonna at least call her Renee for this one. And then we tried to make it back home to Taos. You probably already guessed things didn't work out as planned. It's a good thing I've done runs through Texas multiple times, or we'd probably still be stuck near Dallas. We started getting on these windy back roads in an attempt to get through the state, but even that started to be trouble. After a while, there just wasn't gas to be found anywhere, even in these little towns. When that voice came on my radio letting us know about this place, it was like a sign from heaven. We really owed Davis our life. If it wasn't for him guiding us here, I don't even know if we'd be alive. Alright, can I ask you something else? what it's like in other areas out there. Do you know what I think? It's the end of the world. I pray to God it's not, but the signs are all there. The dead getting up and walking around. I can't quote a scripture on it exactly, but I'm sure that's mentioned. I've seen things in the last week that I never thought possible. It's downright hellish in some places with all the bodies on fire and gangs. For the first time ever, I'm glad Rennie's father isn't alive, so he didn't have to go through this. Alright, I understand. We'll talk later. Is there anything around here? I guess we could have a look at stables. Stable is currently empty. It looks as though it could house about 4 horses comfortably. If you find any out in the field, you could keep them here without a problem. Oh, that'd be nice. Having a horse. Though I will feel a little bit like the beginning of the Walking Dead series. And yeah, this is the fence that we have to fix. Definitely not safe. I thought it was a little hole, but yeah, that's pretty big. See about the rest of our companions. I want to equip the weapon before we get out there. So I've been here. Can I get into the kitchen? Looks like a nurse station, not really much use for serious injuries. How do we... Oh, through here. Not sure if there's gonna be any leftover food in here, but might as well check. And then I need to remember to actually leave everything that I've picked up so far. Oh, it doesn't seem to be anything else. Is there anything in the infirmary? Nope. Well, it's got to know Rennie a little bit before we actually head out. I'm really sorry about your loss. I'm really trying not to think about it. I keep hoping I'll wake up. I think we all feel that way lately. How's your head? It's fine. I did the best I could. Thanks. I'm grateful. It was nothing. Well, it was. You were pretty beat up. But I'm just glad I could help. Are you a nurse? Not quite. I'm training to become a doctor. I was finishing up another semester of vet school when Mom... Vet school? Yeah, veterinary medicine, actually. I'm not really trained on humans. I keep telling people that, but they keep treating me like a doctor, and it's terrifying. Alright, well, why don't we talk about something else? Alright, so how did you get here? I was at school when Mom just showed up. She was worried about my safety. I guess most people were, but we were too busy with school to notice. Anyhow, Mom, she's a truck driver. She wanted to drive us back to New Mexico. We've got family there. It was more secure than Baton Rouge anyhow. Mom's bridged the route plenty of times before, but with all the traffic and then Dallas being cut off, well, we were forced onto the back roads. We were almost out of gas and Mom was trying to find help on the radio. That's when Davis told us about the school. The splendid police brought us here when the truck died a few miles out. We've been here ever since. What would you say your specialties are? Well, they've been having me patch up people here because of my schooling, but people aren't really my specialty. It's okay, I'm sure you'll be a real asset. I'll do what I can. Can I ask you something else? In your opinion, how bad is it out there? I saw things on the drive here. This woman darting out in front of a car to have someone take her kid. This duffel bag on the side of the road squirming around. The sound of the gunshots when people try to run the roadblocks. I try not to think about it as much as that's possible. Your mother just trying to protect you, but I trust you to watch my back out there. Yeah. I don't know why everyone feels the need to protect me. Guess I have that kind of a face or something. Alright, stay safe, Rini. I'll talk to you later. There's only Davis left. Oh, there's also Elaine. She's crying. It's all my fault. What's your fault? I can't. And she starts to cry again. Look, I need your help. And she's crying. I guess I'll come back later. Doesn't seem like we're gonna be able to do anything for her. There's nothing around here. This must be my room. I should get some rest. This is my room? Well, that's gonna be my room. I'm gonna need a... I'm gonna need a bed. Don't really fancy sleeping on one of those tables. Doesn't seem... I'm just making a quick look, but yeah, it doesn't seem to be much around here. Something in the locker. Notebook. Notebook, playing cards, magazine. All good things to raise morale. It's just a toilet here, I don't think, yeah. Didn't think I was gonna find anything. What about this room? Is there nothing in here? Almost done with the second floor, but I'm glad that I decided to explore it at least. More items to keep everyone happy. Oh, there's a coffee maker. Could certainly use a good coffee. Nothing over here. And nothing over there. What about this room? No. Thought I saw something. Nothing here. This is the last room. Well, I think this video is starting to get a little bit long, but I wanted to explore about and get to know those who I'm going to be surviving with. Hey, come in. Come on in. Nothing around here. I'll have a few words with him in, well, just right now. Oops. Didn't want to push it. How can I help? Can I ask you a question? Of course. What else can you tell me about the weeks before I got here? Well, it all happened rather quickly, to be honest. One day the news was reporting about a mystery illness. The next day we're talking about travel restrictions and civil unrest. All of a sudden the nation was under martial law and major cities were being evacuated. Like most people, I didn't really believe the dead were coming back to life until I saw it for myself. I guess that's how it's gotten this bad. We are dealing with it as best we can for a town this size. I'd like to hope the rest of the world is doing the same. I can ask you another question. What can you tell me about the people here? Joel and I are locals. Joel's a police officer and I work here at the school. Anita and Rainy ran out of gas not far from here. I pick up their distress call on the radio. We pick up another survivor in the plane crash, but he hasn't woken up yet. I guess we'll have to wait and see if he recovers. The other woman, that's Elaine. She's been through a lot. Maybe you should try talking to her. Just be patient. They are a lot stronger than you think. Okay, can I ask you something else? Well, for now, I don't think I need to know how to improve the place, since we do have a clear goal. So, radio. If you are just joining us, you are listening to Laying on the Fast Lane here on KHEK. Entering its 8th day of broadcast, bringing you the latest news and freshest sounds of what might be the end of the world. Earlier, we heard squirrel jelly with Someone Left the Light On, and before that, we heard the sound of me eating a protein bar. Yum. Now on to serious business. I just got a report on the emergency system, and this is very important. Pay very close attention to this. This is a bulletin straight from the Federal Emergency Management Agency. You know me, I'm not a serious guy, but this just might save your life. According to this, wait, let me just read this part. Antibiotics taken daily will control, but not cure, the infection. Infected individuals that take daily doses of antibiotics will not show any symptoms nor progression of the disease. So if you're listening to me and you know how to get antibiotics, I highly advise you keep a stash on hand for emergencies. It just might save your life. I repeat. The DJ continues to repeat the same announcement. Alright, so the way that we deal with infection, at least temporarily, I don't know if you can actually find a cure, but the way to deal with infection will be to find antibiotics. Let's have a word with Joel. Hi, so, are you feeling okay? Try not to think about it. Oh, I get ya. Way to go, Joel. Sorry I brought it up. Not a problem. I had a few questions. Sure. How did you get here? Oh, that's a tale. Met a girl in San Angelo, dropped out for her. She kind of made a mess out of our finances, left me with a lot of bills. Anyhow, I just started being a cop 2 months ago. Mom told me to go back to school. I joined the force, and now where am I? Back in school anyway. No, I meant, how did you come to be here with everyone else? Oh, well, I was helping with the town evacuation, looking for people who might not have gone to the state emergency shelters. Me and the sheriff, that'd be Sheriff Reinhardt, were on patrol when we heard about the plane crash from Vic. That'd be Deputy Castillo, or Castillo, if you say it in Spanish. Davis radioed Vic when he heard the pilot's distress call. Sheriff got to the crash first. He said there were a few survivors and a few not quite survivors. By the time I got there, it was just Sheriff Reinhardt, Vic and you and the others from the plane. With all these people at the school, the sheriff knew we needed help, so he and Vic went off to get backup. They left me behind to keep the school safe. Been a while since they left, but I just know they are going to be back. Excuse me. But I just know they are going to be back any day now with a bunch of state troopers in tow. Well, speaking of the school, anything you think would make it better? No, well, sure. Anything you think will make it better? Let's see. Guess I sure would feel a lot better if that fence was sturdier. Never much did a good job of keeping the middle school students from busting in, and we are rearranging the letters on the bulletin board. I still don't know what's funny about a rusty trombone. Well, a better fence, and let's see about another question. What would you say your specialties are? Me? I went to the academy to be a cop, so they taught me the basics of subduing a lawbreaker or shooting someone if I have to. Not that I've ever had to do any of those things. Let's see. Alright, I'm not sure how. I guess we'll have to see how good of a shot he is. Oh, and I was in chorus in high school. Guess that's not really important. Sorry. Wait, you said you never shot your weapon? Would you be willing to part with it? My gun? Are you serious? That's like the first thing they teach you at cop school. Never loan out your gun, Joe. I mean, heck no. Well, I was just asking. Sure. All right, well, maybe I can find another gun, but for now I don't. Can I ask, in your opinion, how bad is it out there? They evacuated the town, so I guess that must mean it's pretty bad. I heard things over the radio about some of the cities, like in San Antonio. Last I heard, it was on fire and the quarantine had failed. That's why the mayor chose to get everyone in Splendid to one of those state shelters. State shelters? Yes, ma'am. They set up quite a few, but bussed most everybody out to Kerrville last week. Supposed to have soldiers guarding the place and medical personnel, and I guess food and all that. Sounded real safe. Well, good to know. I'll talk to you later. All right. Do I still have... Yeah, before I leave, I actually have a ton of things that we need to leave here. Otherwise, I'm gonna be encumbered. Okay, so pretty much... Yeah, pretty much everything. Can I just select all? If I do like... Oh, there we go. And that's about it. I'll have 2 weapons, so don't know if I need that many weapons with me. I guess better safe than sorry. Do weapons actually break? Break chance 5%. Alright, so yeah, they can actually break. Better safe than sorry. But anyways, I think this is probably being a bit of a long video, mainly due to having to explore the school and meet our fellow survivors. I'm a bit of a slow player, so I hope that if you're here, you can cope with that and cope with my accent when I'm reading. But I hope that you've been enjoying the episode. I certainly have, and I'm looking forward to keep on playing this game, hopefully until I actually finish it. So if you would like to be a part of that, or for any other series that I'm posting in the channel, you can like and subscribe, and then you'll get a notification for the next video. I would love if you would leave a comment down with your thoughts on Scarlett or on Joel or Rini, even how Rini it's pronounced. But yeah, I hope that you have enjoyed the video, and I'll be seeing you on the next one. Till then, you have a good day. Thanks a lot for watching.